right, just your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Top Businesses Are Closing, all right? It's going to be entitled Top Businesses Are Closing. Now I got spice to do this lesson because last night, I was just on my phone looking at different news articles and everything like that. And then out of nowhere, I came up with a conversation with my girl, and she told me that one of her co-workers told her that all of the KFCs in the city that I live in are closed. Like every single last one of them. Like they do not exist. And at first, I ain't really believe it because whenever I go to work and talk to certain people, everybody always talk about food, man. And when it comes to these fast food restaurants, KFC is at the top of the list when it comes to fried chicken. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I would have been heard about this, but the thing is, I didn't hear about it, and I ended up looking it up for myself, and sure enough, all of the KFCs out here are closed, all of them. And the thing is, one of the locations that I know about, they closed actually 2 months ago. So it's just been, I don't know where I've been at, but I just found out or whatever, and so I'm just like, damn. And so when I looked that up, I was like, okay, damn, all of the KFCs are closed, and the first thing that popped in my mind was, I'm like, the Lord's shutting it down. And so right after the conversation ended, I ended up, going back to looking up news articles and everything like that. And then I came across another article that said all of the Kmarts are gone, finally, across the whole country, all of them, all right? And so when I looked at that, and I'm just like, man, the Lord's shutting it down, man. The scriptures speak about the rising of the bird and the grinding season, grinding season, meaning that people are going to get laid off of their jobs, businesses are going to close, all right? And the daughters of music shall be brought low. That scripture, roughly paraphrasing, all right? The scriptures speak about that, man, how the Lord's going to shut this place down. And we already know that Esau is doing this shit on purpose, all right? Because one of the reasons being is he knows that he got to bring in this famine, man, because it's like, I forget the guy's name, but he quoted, he said, well, you control the food, you control the people, all right? And then we already know that they want to bring that order out of chaos. So if you lay off a lot of people, they can't go to work, they can't support their families. Next thing you know, not only can they not support their families, but they can't go to certain grocery stores. They can't even get their favorite fast food because a lot of people depend on that shit because they're addicted to it. Because we already know that fast food is poison. That's why a lot of people always go back. That's the real drug, man. It's this fast food. You can go to a certain restaurant and you can get your food within 5 to 10 minutes. And then, it got a nice little taste to it or whatever. Then you end up being like, oh shit, I ain't got to cook today. So a lot of people go back every single day to get this food. All right. And a lot of people are not going to realize that, hey, they're going to have a withdrawal, man. When they're not able to get their Starbucks, their Dunkin' Donut, coffee, McDonald's and all of that, man, a lot of people will go crazy because a lot of people in this country don't know how to cook. They're not taking care of themselves, all right? They're not even thinking about their future at all. They're not thinking about their well-being at all. So at the end of the day, when these things are taken away from them, yeah, they're going to go crazy. I know people now that will go crazy because they can't go to Starbucks and get their cup of coffee in the morning, man. All right? So like I said, when I was coming across these articles and I came across this news, I was like, the Lord's shutting it down because there was another restaurant out here. What was it? Red Robin's. That closed down. And then, as we all know, Bed Bath & Beyond, that closed down. So this place is slowly but surely circling down the toilet bowl, man. The Lord is taking this place out. And this is why we got to keep praying consistently. So then that way we won't get caught up in this hell that's getting ready to happen, man. because it's getting to the point where we about to see a lot more homeless people. It's getting to the point where we're going to see a lot of people, like I said, laid off, families on the streets, people going in each other's houses. You can read about that in what, 2nd Esdras? All right, how people going to be invading each other's houses, taking away their goods. All right, because they're going to be looking for a way to survive. So a lot of people are going to be planning these heights, and they're not even going to plan it, really. Because when shit hits the fan, ain't nobody about to actually sit back and come up with these fire plans to go up in people's houses, man. They're going to be desperate. So they're going to get to the point where they're just literally going to be like, look, we finna go up in this building, and we just about to, you know, go all in. Because there ain't going to be no food out here. People's stomachs are going to be rumbling. And the next thing you know, man, like I said, when it comes to people being hungry, they're going to think with their emotions and their feelings first, man. They're not going to think logically because they're going to become desperate. And the scriptures tell you that it's better to be stricken by the sword or to die by the sword than it is to die by hunger. I believe that's Lamentations 4:9, if I'm not mistaken. But I know it's in the book of Lamentations. It tells you about that, man. Because when you become hungry, your body is eating away because it's finding something to keep you alive because you didn't have anything for so long. And this is one of the reasons why we practice fasting. One of the reasons why we're getting to the point where we're taking care of ourselves. Because like the apostle said, our transportation is going to be our 2 feet soon. Because the scriptures tell you that we're going to be as pilgrims upon the earth. We're going to be roaming from place to place all the way until the Lord comes back. All right? So we're practicing now to take care of ourselves. And we shouldn't just be doing it for that reason. The Most High gave us these bodies, and now he made us responsible for taking care of them. So we got to do the best that we possibly can to take care of these bodies, which is ultimately taking care of yourself. All right? But at the end of the day, this place is gone. It's done, man. It's done. We just slowly but surely waiting for everything to happen and everything to hit the fan. Because it's going to happen. It is going to happen. Like I said, once people realize that they can't go to work, they get fired or laid off from one place, then they find another job. Then they realize that business is doing bad. They get fired or laid off from that business. Then they go to the next one. Then it's going to get to the point where they just can't find any work. People are going to lose it. They're going to lose it because they're used to the lifestyle that they live. All right? They're used to waking up in the morning, going to work, taking care of their families, taking care of themselves, getting something to eat, having snacks, going out to the bar, having parties, whatever the case may be. They're used to having a certain routine every week. When all of those things are taken from them, and then they realize that everybody around them is becoming desperate just like they are, that's when all hell breaks loose, man. All right? And one of the things that I definitely remember is there was a picture that was shared by a few brothers with a McDonald's sign on fire. Like the actual, what they call it, I don't want to call it the statue, but you know, when you drive past the restaurants, and they got the big ass pole, then they got the logo on top, whatever that's called, the pillar, whatever you want to call it. I saw a picture with one of those on fire, all right? And when you saw that image, man, it definitely puts you in a Jacob's trouble spirit. You can't even imagine, you know, walking down the street, and then next thing you know, you just see McDonald's on fire. You see people going crazy, breaking windows, going in and out of the restaurant because they hoping they can find some type of food, hoping they can find some type of water or whatever the case may be. People just going berserk. That's getting ready to happen, man. That's getting ready to happen, and it's happening right before our very eyes. This is why the scriptures tell us to be circumspect, and the scriptures tell us to prepare yourselves to the battle. All right? So that's exactly what we're doing. So at the end of the day, man, hey, look, keep watching, man. Keep watching and keep bringing out this word and keep having faith in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, because it's about to get real out here, man. It's about to get real. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth with their truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back on another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.